Well, the number that you gave me, the person who actually answered that, when I asked if this was, you said his name is Joe. Mm-hmm. He said he wasn't there, and it wasn't Joe. He happened to be a mechanic that worked for you. I'm just telling you that...
Anthony, yeah, maybe. Was it Anthony?
No, it wasn't Anthony.
Well, I contact him every day. He works for me.
So you got a little confused, or he got a little confused.
Yeah,
I'm not sure which one.
He probably thought he was a bill collector or something. Right. Just saying.
Seems to me, sir, you may have a lot of sketchy people that are...
Absolutely.
This is not an audition. You're not going to get a show. I'm telling you, you don't have it.
Okay.
You're not going to get a show.
Okay.
So let's just keep it straight. Do you understand?
Mm-hmm.
Very good. Now, how many trucks do you have?
5.
Are they all the same type of trucks?
Nope.
Some bigger, some smaller?
Nope. They're all generally the same size, just different makes, models.
So they're all flatbeds?
Yes. Those are the trailers, not the trucks, yes.
What's the name of your company?
Rich Trucking.
Are each one of these trucks owned by Rich Trucking?
Yes.
And I would assume that they have, at minimum, because they must have, liability insurance. Is that correct?
Absolutely. I couldn't operate without it. They'd revoke my authority.
Now, on the day... I'm speaking.
Okay.
Now, the person who answered the number at this 937 area code said that in the afternoon he did speak to you on June 29th with regard to the truck and some concerns that you had. He seemed to think that he knew much better about what was going on and there was nothing wrong with the brakes of the truck. So then let's move on to July 1st.
Yes,
You
ma'am.
took the same truck out.
Yes, ma'am.
And the mechanic who was employed by Mr. B, as he calls you, told me that there was nothing wrong with the brakes on the truck. Whatever he fixed, and that had to do with the bag that he says he found.
Good.
Whatever. So you took the truck out. Now I want you to describe the accident that you had.
Yes, ma'am. I proceeded into New Dimensions in Moraine, Ohio. And when I pulled in there, I pulled the trailer brake, walked inside. Everybody was on break. So I went back to the lunchroom. We're not supposed to really go back there, but they let us. So I went back to lunch, was in there for about approximately half an hour. I came back out, and I was standing by the door entrance where we wait at. We park our trucks off to the right. While I was standing there, 30 minutes later, I looked outside and took a double take, and I said, what is that truck driver doing? I looked again, it was my own truck. And it's proceeding down the hill. Where it was sitting was flat, but it proceeded down the hill. I ran outside, jumped inside the truck, and applied the brakes. As right as I applied the brakes, it did some minor damage to a car and a truck. And then I backed the truck up.
Okay, so this is what the case is about. When damage was done to other cars and the truck, Mr. B took out money from your paychecks.
Yes.
For a period of time to cover the cost of what he said he paid for the damage to these other cars and trucks. And then you quit. And you want the money that he took out of your paychecks.
I quit a while later on because he kind of strong-armed me and said, you know, I asked him if he wanted me to quit at the time of the accident. He came out, and I said, you know, well, I guess you're going to fire me. I said, just like the other guy, or keep me around, and like the guy previous, you make him pay the money back, and then you fire him.
I'm asking you a question, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Did he take money out of...
Yes.
Did you get a paycheck at the end of every week, every 2 weeks?
Every Friday I got a paycheck.
Every Friday. And for how many Fridays did he take money out of your paycheck?
There was paychecks. He took money out and didn't give me a receipt for them. He didn't give it to me until I asked for it and demanded it.
Would you tell me how much money he kept out of your paycheck?
Approximately around $2,000.
How much money did you take out of his paycheck, sir? I'm sure you kept the record.
I took $2,374.34.
Now, why didn't you submit this claim to your insurance company?
If I turn in every claim, then I'll be out of business. And the guys that work for me will be out of business.
Well, that's
They
too
won't
bad.
have a job.
Then that's too bad. You owe him $2,374. If there's an accident, that's what you have insurance for. Unless you have...
And we discussed this in the beginning.
I'm speaking. Unless you have evidence that this was a purposeful act. If it was a negligence act, that's what you have insurance for. If you think he's trying to sabotage your business...
Well, I'm not saying that.
Good, then you owe him $2,374 and your counterclaim's dismissed. We're done.
Your Honor?
We are done.
Okay.